माला सुदां कुब विबोध मुद्रा विद्या विराजत करवारी जाता अपार कारुण्य सुदाम्बुराशिम श्री शारदांबा प्रणतोस्मि नित्यम. Seeking the benediction of Jagannmata Sharada Parameshwari, Vagdevi Saraswati, the repository of all that is culture, knowledge, tradition, wisdom, art, learning and fine art, I bow to her as I commence my address today. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to this pleasant and solemn function organized this evening on the occasion of the 24th Sri Shanmukhananda National Eminence Award for the year 2023 being conferred on one of the Mahavidwans of our living times, and the Sangeetha Awards being conferred on 6 young musicians who have shown enough visible evidence of growing of age and becoming stars in their own right in the years ahead. Time has indeed flown. It is as if a few years before we started this journey of celebrating excellence in music through the scheme of awards. In the Golden Jubilee year of the Sabha in the year 2002, the Sabha took several steps to further the cause of fine arts in the country. And one of the most significant steps that was taken to preserve, promote and perpetuate Indian classical music and art in its widest import was the plethora of awards that were set up for various genres of music at various stages of evolution of music, and the most important of them is the highest award of this Sabha, the Lifetime Achievement Award, the National Eminence Award, christened as the Sangeetha Kala Vibhushan. The inaugural award was received by the Bhishma Pitamaha of Carnatic music, Padma Vibhushan Semmangudi Srinivasa Iyer, and the 3 young musicians who received it in the year 2002 along with him were Sanjay Subramaniam, Shruti Sadolikar Katkar, and our own Niladri Kumar. Such is the profundity of the blessings of Semmangudi that all the 3 youngsters who were in his company on that day had grown over the years to become stars in their own right. Sanjay has found his place in the field of Carnatic music, where Niladri Kumar is the numero uno as far as sitar is concerned, in demand not only within this country but even beyond. As of now, these awards have been given to 24 Mahavidwans and Mahavidushis of our time and 59 young musicians who have been decorated with the Sangeetha Shiromani Awards. Several Mahavidwans and Mahavidushis have spontaneously accepted the nomination for these awards and putting the institution to great humbleness and humility in the process. They have added to the lust and shine of the awards over the years. This journey of celebrating excellence in music continues. From times immemorial, Indian classical music and art in all forms have been promoted by kings and courts of wisdom. With the demise of royalty, in view of the sublimity and the divinity of the art form, it came onto the shoulders of temple administrations and devasoms to encourage artists, give them birdus or titles from the temples, and also organize their concerts in the Ardha Mandapams facing the sanctum sanctorums of the temples. With the democracy gaining currency, the need for an institutional framework for preservation of Indian art arose. That is why countless number of sabhas, cultural institutions mushroomed all across the country with the singular object of taking this great virasat of our land beyond our lands and preserve it in the land itself. Our Sabha too was given birth to in the post-independence period in the year 1952, even though the heritage of this Sabha dates 90 years before, along with 2 more institutions. This award that is being given is unique in several respects, different in its format and content, because this is the only award which is just not given by a lead institution. Sabhas across the city also join the Sabha in honoring the Mahavidwan who is being felicitated today. Nowhere in any other Sabhas elsewhere you will get all other institutions joining hands with the lead institution in doing the honors. Divinity is added to the felicitation by the temples of the city coming together and giving their temple honors to the Sangeetha Kala Vibhushan awardee. There is an old Danish proverb which says, "Honor the old and teach the young." This award honors the old and honors the teach as well. The only difference it makes is that it provides a platform where young musicians are in the company of the living legends of their own times so that they can draw inspiration from the life and times of the great master and shape their own future in the years ahead. Sound by its very nature is disturbance. When it conveys no meaning, it is noise. When it conveys some meaning, it is word. When word is set in the grammatical form in syntax, it becomes prose. When the same word is set in metrical exposition, it becomes poetry. When poetry is set in cadence and set in rhythm and harmony, it becomes music. Bharatamuni in Nati Shastra says, "Yat kavyena yuktam tad gitena prasadayet." What cannot be expressed in words can only be sung. Sound is also the foundation for celebration of life. It is the elixir of life. Body when stretched. Sound when stretched is music. Body when stretched is dance. Mind when stretched is meditation. Life when stretched is celebration. So the origin, the foundation of celebration of life is sound. Indian mythology and Indian scriptures from times immemorial have stated Swara to Ishvara, Nartan to Paramatman. Indian classical music is Veda Swarupa. The Rig Veda is Pathantra Mula, the one which has to be repeated for its recitation. The Yajur Veda is the Abhinaya Mula through Chinna Mudras, marks, signs. The Sama Veda is Ghana Mula, one which is sung. The Atharva Veda is the Rasa Mula, which is a combination of all the three of Pathantra, Abhinaya, Ghana Mula. And Vedanam Samavedosmi says the Lord in Bhagavad Gita. The Upaveda of Samaveda is Gandharva Veda. The celestial Gandharvas were the first proponents of music, and therefore the origin of Indian classical music traces back to the Vedic period of the Gandharva Vedas. Indian classical music is distinguished from music the world over by the element of bhakti that is interwoven into it. It is the offering of the Kalakar at the lotus feet of the Lord. Akbar once asked Tansen, I have said that before, Tansen is the court poet of Akbar, why is it that your Guru, Haridas Baba, sings far more melodious than you? Pat came the reply, Jahapana, I sing in your honor, whereas Baba sings in praise of the Lord. That is the greatness of Indian classical music. Navaveda Bhakti is how the Lord describes the various types of bhakti, the offerings to the Lord in Bhagavad Gita. Saptaswarangal is the foundation of Indian music. Equally so, there are Sapta Bhaktis which elevate and enrich Indian classical music. It is Isha Bhakti, Guru Bhakti, Rashtra Bhakti, Sangeetha Shraddha, Sangeetha Bhakti, Sahapati Bhakti, Sangeetha Sahapati Bhakti, Rasika Bhakti and Dina Bhakti. Music loses its relevance unless it has mercy. Music should be the medium to reach out and elevate the sufferings of the poor. It is these 7 bhaktis that enrich and elevate Indian classical music and transport both the singer and the listener to a world of ethereal charm and a type of a sukoon, the life of which can never be described. Indian classical music has far more than an entertainment value. It has plenitude, it has peace which passeth understanding. It ministers to the mind and the soul. It is that greatness of Indian music that we are celebrating today. We are indeed honored, blessed, and privileged to confer the award for this year on one of the greatest maestros of our living times, the living legend, Maduraitian Seshagopalan. On this most auspicious day of Vaikuntha Ekadashi, when the doors to heaven get opened up through the Lord, we are blessed to have him here with us today. 5th of October is celebrated the world over as Teachers' Day. Whereas in India, Teachers' Day is celebrated on the 5th of September, coinciding with the birth anniversary of that philosopher president, Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan. 5th of September also happens to be the birth anniversary of Maduraitian Seshagopalan. I think the vast fraternity of Carnatic singers and the Rasikas can do well additionally to celebrate Teachers' Day as Music Teachers' Day in honor of Maduraitian Seshagopalan. He is not only adept in Carnatic vocal, equally at home as far as veena and harmonium is concerned. This master of swaras has expanded his repertoire with several of his own compositions and noted tilanas. The unbound grace of Mother Meenakshi has indeed made him the jewel of Indian music. In honoring him, we are honoring ourselves and in a sense the larger cause of music. Last year we concluded the Platinum Jubilee celebrations of the Sabha. This year is the Diamond Jubilee celebrations of this majestic auditorium of ours. On the 22nd of August 1963, this auditorium was dedicated to the nation, and in later years it was christened as the Mahaswami Auditorium, Sri Chandrasekarendra Saraswathi Auditorium, which name has added to the aura, the divinity of the stage itself. On the 22nd of August this year, when we celebrated the Diamond Jubilee of our auditorium, we conferred the Sangeetha Shiromani as a special gesture on two young musicians, one from the Carnatic and the Hindustani stream, Rahul Vilal, that young boy, for the Carnatic vocal, and Shadaj Iyer from Ahmedabad for Agra Atrauli Gharana, Hindustani music, who today is interned in the ITC Sangeet Academy for further studies. Conventionally, we confer 3 Sangeetha Shiromani awards each year. One is for Hindustani and Carnatic, and one for instruments, percussions, and all other forms and genres of music. The joy of the Golden Jubilee, the Diamond Jubilee of this auditorium, has brought us to have 6 young artists to receive the award this evening. Mahati should consider herself distinctly fortunate, but never before can you see a guru and a shishya all getting honored on the same stage in the same platform. And today, it is our good luck that is being done on the Vaikuntha Ekadashi day in the company of our own master. 4 others hail from this city, from this institution of ours, who have gone through the intense 7-year Sangeeta Mani course of the Sabha, graduated to artists in their own right, and today demand their own place in the world of concert performances. And additionally, we have this young boy who comes originally from Karkala of the Udupi district and now settled in Bangalore, and to the Gharana which he belongs, the Gwalior, the Kirana Gharana, and he still does the Gurukula Vasam with that Mahan Vidwan, Vinayak Torviji, and not only that, he accompanies him in the various performances in this country and even beyond. All these youngsters should consider themselves extremely fortunate that today that they are in the company of one of the Mahavidwans of our times. And I am sure the shadow of the Mahavidwan will fall onto each one of them. And the entire purpose of the structure of this award is that his blessings will take them to greater heights in the years ahead. And one day they will occupy the very seat that he is occupying today and get the highest award of this institution of ours. As I come to the end of my address this evening, may the Jagannatha Kamakoti Kamakshi shed her grace on Mother Sesha Gopalan. May he live a long life, a life of purpose and a life in celebration of Indian classical music. May he bless these young artists too, so that they too can pursue the path that they have chosen for themselves with unremitting devotion and commitment and reach levels of excellence in their life. May the good goddess bless us too, so that we can draw a leaf from the life of nobility of great Mahavidwans and Mahavidushis of our era, incorporate into our lives through passage of time in this voyage of life itself, in this eternal quest in our pilgrimage of perfection, and make our lives sublime. Thank you and God bless.